Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode from Ampro Engineering. This is the Thunder Tiger Toyota Hilux, but it's also the same as the team associated CR12. And as you've probably seen in earlier videos, we've got some body mounts that adapted to the Tamiya Blackfoot body. But this upgrade here applies to not only this updated body, but also to the Thunder Tiger Toyota Hilux. Now, I don't have the associated CR12, so I cannot confirm that this fits, but if somebody out there does, and you can confirm that this region is the same, please let me know. What we've got here is a fairly, I think, small electronics area, and I'm gonna run quite a bit of a larger battery here, and the ESC is simply in the way for me. So what I've done is I've developed a storage compartment for the ESC or anything else that you may want. Now, to install this, it's pretty simple. We'll take out the back bumper, which I've done already. And we'll take out the little mount here at the rear, which is held on by two M 2.5 screws. And we'll take this battery box, which I've painted. This comes in white, and the reason why I don't allow the black one to be available for purchase is because the white one has the ability to get polished. Now, polishing doesn't have like a smooth, glossy finish, but it has a much more refined texture than the non-polished versions. Before I install this, I did want to point out a couple of things. There's a number of features on this. For example, these little bosses, these little recesses up top. There's a couple holes here, 3 holes here at the rear, a couple other little notches right here, and this little arm sticking out the side here. So this is going to hold the antenna. This is where the power switch is going to go. This is where your back bumper is going to go here on the bottom. This one here, we don't know yet. These 2 little dimples, don't know. These 2 little bosses, I have no idea. And these 2 little recesses, I don't know. I often have grand ideas for some of these projects, and I simply at the time may not be aware of what I want to do in the future, so I kind of leave features somewhere that I can pick up at a later date and leverage. So that's why we've got all these things here that effectively have no use. To give you an example, this is the rear wing mount for the Superfly Tamiya Hornet. When I designed this, I put a couple of holes in here. Now, I designed this almost 6 years ago, and it wasn't up until last year that I realized that I could use these holes to mount the rear suspension superstructure for the double independent rear suspension version of Superfly 2.0. So it's one of those things where I'm trying to think fourth dimensionally. We'll get onto the installation. You want to clear out these holes here. There's one here and one on the other side, and they actually go straight through into this box here, but not into the other side. And you want to clear those out with a 2mm drill bit. And then we'll take this and just slide it on in. All right, so we'll take our nut driver and install our original hardware. Now the storage bin, which gives the appearance of a fuel tank, is installed. If you want to install your original rear bumper, you have a couple of options. Usually, I think you're all aware that I like to make things as unobtrusive as possible, but we have a plan with this one here involving this center mount, and also I was concerned about waterproofing. Therefore, if you want to install the original bumper, you're going to see that you're going to have an issue. It doesn't want to go all the way in. You can either cut the ends of the bumper off, or you can take a burr tool and hollow out the inside of this so that the back bumper posts can enter inside the storage bin. And right now, I'm going to relocate the ESC and the receiver in here. The receiver and the ESC are installed. And please note that this storage compartment is designed to fit this ESC, the one that came with this truck, at this orientation. But if you have a larger one, you can simply reorient it. And though I have the receiver mounted on the inside, you're also more than welcome to leave it where it was, or perhaps mount it on the outside, or whatever you want to do. This is not only designed for an ESC. You can put maybe even a spare battery or something in here, but for my application, this is the direction I want it to go. Since I've gone this direction, I'm going to install this power switch here on the outside, and we'll do that by using a M2 machine screw. Okay, and here is our power switch. And not only with these holes, but anything that you screw into nylon, please do not over torque it because it can strip. And also, it works really well to prevent screws from backing out. So once the screw snugs up, you're probably all set. Now for my application, moving everything to the back of the car has given me a lot more room in the front. And to run some of these larger batteries, I've got a lot more room. But I'm going to let you know a little secret. The reason I moved everything to the back has nothing to do with running that large of a battery. It actually has to do with the fact that this truck body that it's going to get has its full Ampro Engineering interior, which is going to be going in. That's why I wanted this additional space. As this truck is kind of a beater, you can just kind of get a sneak preview here of how the dash is going to look and how the overall interior is going to look. You know, that California sun is really bad to the vinyl. Someone put a coffee cup on here and spilled, just what a mess. Can't even believe you drive a car like this, get all this mud and grime and all this stuff. Armrest all worn out. In the meantime, I do want to thank you for watching the video. I'm only aware of how this is going to fit on this particular truck. If there's some kind of a difference that I have glossed over or am unaware of, please leave it below in the comments, because it's one of those things that we need to make sure that I'm providing the proper information for you. So again, thank you all, as usual, for watching, and we'll see you next time.